They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the game. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So the Clemson Tigers offense will start this game off. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll run the option. Nice move there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You've really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Feeling some heat. That's caught. It's Kramer. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Trying play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. Calls his own number. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It is good! And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Donald. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Yellow Jackets offense will go to work for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. He better be careful.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs. The #1 goal as a defense is to try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Clemson set up with another first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle, it's long. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, after having an historic performance his last time out, registering 4 sacks, this offense knew they had to do something to try to slow this guy down, and they thought they had a good plan for him. But that plan's not working here today. That's already his 2nd sack in this game.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action. It sets up
just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. They can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard, just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Handoff to the lone back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit, and if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. At the 40, there he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. He'll set up to throw. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Clemson will send the punt team out. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun, running back on the move. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. And the Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. A little screen to the running back. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Give to the running back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. It's complete. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. Looking to move it through the air. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Shaw. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Fires to the middle. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Fires left. Another incompletion on third down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Clemson jumps to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll pull it down and run. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
The quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield.
Unleashes one deep. Wheels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at... They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense.
29 Philly, 2
Give to the running back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Looking for room. It's Kramer. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
4-2 Spider.
He wants to pass it on second down. They're working that left side. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. On the option. Now the toss. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Offense facing fourth down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. The Tigers will keep this drive going.
Once you get in this range of the football field, you depend on your kicker. You go for it. I think on fourth down, I think you go for it. This is a long field goal, a lot harder attempt. I like the offense going for it here in this situation.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
325.
On the run, it's Kramer. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Leaves it with the back.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short.
Moves.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nice move to keep moving. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Okay, ready.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6.
Lasso.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. Third down coming up.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Ready up.
They've held the ball forever. Relentless drive, but what a win for the defense if they can force a field goal. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, he'll fire. Trying to get to him. Snags it over the middle. At midfield, he's got room. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's first and 10 from the 40. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on first and 5. The snap sets up to throw. A little release to the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Looking to throw for it. He's got it.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Caught near the sideline, it's Phillips. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break.
29 Philly.
From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defense. The game, man, when you know it's blitz pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The give to the back. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're getting this guy lathered up. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
You start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. And the route is on. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out.
The expressway is wide open. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down.
Come on, set.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Second down.
On the set.
Now on second down.
Rolling.
Going with the ground game left. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Touchdown, Clemson! And the pummeling has started. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the returner will be knocked down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked.
And he's going to go down at the 1.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Here's the handoff. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch inside the 40. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move